I wanna heal your sorrow. Just talk to me. We'll make a new tomorrow. Just talk to me. What makes this happy?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my live stream. Guys, is this like, how many days have I streamed this week? 1 second. I feel like I've been on stream like every single night. I really need to get a life or a hobby or freaking something. Here, I'm checking right now. I just realized that when I was going live. I was like, I've been here a lot. All right, let me look. Yeah, 11, 12, 13. Was the 14th today? 4th day in a row. Then I streamed on June 8th. Man, crazy. I need a hobby. This is my only hobby, so it works. But hey, want to welcome all of you. Welcome to my live stream. I do want to let you know that I am live right now on 3 different platforms. You can join on whatever platform works best for you, but I am live right now on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitch. On LinkedIn and YouTube, you can just find me under my name, Tyler Ramsby. Over on Twitch, I stream under the name Hack_Smarter. So Twitch, Hack Smarter, and then YouTube and LinkedIn, just my name, Tyler Ramsby. Looking over at the chat, want to say hello over on Twitch. We got Nefos jumping in the chat. We got Sky Trash Panda jumping in the chat. And Sky Trash Panda just became a subscriber, getting us started. Thank you, my friend, for becoming a subscriber over on Twitch. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. We got Doc G Money. Thank you for jumping on here. Oh, the ad blocked you? Frick, do I have ads for? Oh my goodness. And now, wow, Sky Trash Panda is killing it. Just giving everybody memberships. The ads Twitch is they're not even picking up for your stream. I'm not even a woman. Guys, I don't know how Twitch works. Is there a way for me to turn off ads? Because I hate ads on Twitch as well. Is it ads because I have the subscriber thing enabled? People told me to enable subscribers. If I can figure out how to turn off, oh, I can't turn them off. Sorry, y'all, for the ads. I really don't like ads, so I apologize for those of you who got ads. My bad. But dude, Sky Trash Panda just like gave everybody subscriptions. Man, you're amazing. Seriously, thank you so much for your kindness, your support, and your generosity. That's amazing. Thank you, thank you. All right, looking over at YouTube. Let me see who's on YouTube. We got Christopher Whitlock. We got Austin LeBlanc. We got FedEx. We have Anil. We got Hamoud. Cool. And Deer Parmar, if I'm saying that correct. Good to have all of you here. So, came to an end. Others would too, so I did what I could to help. You're amazing. Yeah, thank you so much for those subscription gifts. We got Somali over there in chat as well. All right, y'all. So the plan for tonight, I don't know how long I will be on here because I've been doing this. I need to eventually take a break and like play Battlefield or something, like not just hack stuff, but try hack me. I cannot keep up with try hack me. There's always releasing content, and I want to do the content and make videos about it, but it's like they release these rooms all the time, and then I'm also trying to do Hack the Box, Pwn Lab, Sportswear Academy. Guys, too much content that I'm keep having to do, but Try Hack Me released a brand new room today, so I thought, hey, let's dive into this room, see what we can learn. I have poked at it a little bit, so I know some stuff, so I'll share with you what I know. I'm not going into it completely blind like I normally do, but I'll explain that when I start recording for the YouTube video. If you are new to my channel, I hack stuff. That's what you can find on my channel. I go through various labs. I'll do CTFs. I'll do like learning rooms, and that's what I do. I'm a pen tester by day, and I guess a streamer by night. So that is who I am. Let's go ahead and get this pulled up. I'm going to start making a standalone video for YouTube. And actually, a quick self-promotion for all of you on Twitch. My kind of main platform where I post all my videos at is my YouTube channel. This is where you can find shorter videos. Like standalone videos. I have over 400 videos, very detailed technical walkthrough videos, but go subscribe to me on YouTube. Once again, my main platform. On Twitch though, Twitch is awesome as well. This is just where you can find all my videos over on the YouTube universe. But that's what we're gonna do right now. I'm gonna start recording a video. This will be a standalone YouTube video if I can solve it. Doc G Money said, I just prefer the live on Twitch. I'll watch all your stuff on YouTube though. Heck yeah. Sorry, Diabolical Dope. I don't know how advertisements work, my friend, on Twitch. 2 unskippable advertisements. I'm sorry. Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube with the Brave browser. You won't have ads. Don't tell YouTube I said that, though. They'll take away my platform. All right. Oh, man, look at that. Sky Trash Panda, the real MVP, just throwing subs out like freaking Oprah. Instead of cars, it's subs. Man, Sky Trash Panda, thank you so much for your generosity. You're amazing. All right, guys, let's dive into things. I'm going to start recording, and we'll dive into this room. This room called M Kingdom. All right. Hey, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we are going to attempt to work ourselves through the brand new challenge room on TryHackMe called M Kingdom. It is a beginner-friendly box inspired by a certain mustache man, aka Mario. So without any further ado, let me go ahead and share my screen, and let's dive into this room. Now, I do want to be upfront. Usually when I do these rooms, I go into them completely blind. I haven't prepped ahead of time, and that's kind of the thing I always promote. This time's a little bit different. I haven't solved this room. I don't even have user on this room yet, but I did poke at it a little bit earlier today, so I know the way in for initial access, but I do want to teach. So I want to share with you kind of full methodology. We'll start from scratch with just basic scanning, and I'll walk you through initial access in this room, but I haven't gone beyond that. So once again, I don't have user, I don't have root, so hopefully we can get both of those today, and I'll show you how to get into initial access. So here's the room, just came out today, M Kingdom. I'll post a standalone video early next week, but here's our IP. I already started up the machine. I'm on the VPN. Let's make sure we can hit this one, and I can. So let's sudo nano etc host. And we'll just drop this in our Etsy host so we don't have to try to remember the IP. And I'll just call it mkingdom.thm like so. And then let's just hit this beast with a Rust scan. We'll pass it over to Nmat with the -A flag. What this is doing, it's going to run Rust scan on it, see any open ports. And any open ports it finds, it's going to pass that open port over to Nmap, and it's going to run the -A flag with Nmap. Just means throw all the enumeration scripts at it. Let's see what we can find. In the meantime, let's go ahead and pull up our notes, and we'll open our on-prem notes, and we will make some notes for this machine. M Kingdom THM. Oh, if I can spell. Why is my H key not working? What the heck? That's weird. I hit H twice that time and it didn't pull up. This is my new keyboard too. Come on, keyboard. All right, M Kingdom. Let's jump over to this. It looks like our scan's already done. We only have one port open, port 85. So let's go ahead and grab that. And we don't even need to make subpages for it since we just have one port open. So I'll just drop that there. And now that we have our port open, we can see already it's a web server, Apache HTTP 2.4.7. And I know by looking at these often is there's not any crazy like unauthenticated RCE for that version of Apache. So that's not going to be the way in. But we do know that it's a web server. So what I like to do is do your standard check on the web server, see what content we have on here, what scans we might be able to do. So let's go ahead and make a to-do list. Like so, and we'll say, for example, dir scan. I think it's dir scanner. I always forget what it's called. It's dir scanner or dir search for directories. We'll use my vhost fuzzer for vhost. We can check source code, check things like robots.txt. I think that's a good enough list to get started with. So let me go ahead and pull up my terminal, and we will first begin with dir scan. Or dir search. See, I always mess that up, guys. I don't know why I can't remember what dir search is called, but dir search -u mkingdom-thm. We'll just use the default word list, should be fine. And we'll use our vhost fuzzer as well. Oh, it's on port 85, so I need to specify port 85. There we go. And now we'll do vhost, and if I locate my vhost fuzzer, you can get this over on my GitHub. If you want to do this, if you go to github.com, tenebrae93, all my vhost fuzzer does is it takes fuff and scans for vhost, because I always forget the syntax myself. So it's really nothing special at all. It's just because I always forget the syntax, so I threw this script together so I would stop forgetting it and that other people might find it helpful. So just go to Tenebrae 93 Offensive Security, and you will be able to find it. But we can run it home, Tyler Tools, vhost fuzzer -H, and you can see it takes a domain, a word list, URL, and FS filter. So our domain is going to be mkingdom.thm. Our word list is we can use something like, so our URL is mkingdom.thm port 85. FS filter I don't know, so I'll just do 1. And now we know the FS filter is 647. You can see it right there. We want to filter by size 647. And we have our vhost going. dir search already found something right here on app. In the meantime, let's go ahead and pull up Cato. Almost have all my tools pulled up. If you've never heard of Cato, Cato is a web proxy auditing tool, sort of like Burp Suite, but built from the ground up in Rust. And I just like it a lot more than Community Edition. If it would open. Come on, Cato. I was just giving you praises. What you doing, homie? Oh, I've never had that happen before. My Cato is broken, it would appear. It really doesn't want to open. I've never had Cato do that to me. All right, I'm just going to reinstall it. We'll see if that fixes it. If it doesn't, I will be forced to use Burp Suite. Stop sharing my screen just for a second while I log into Cato. And I realize I'm missing a bunch of stuff in the chat, guys. As soon as I get Cato and everything pulled up, I'll take a little bit of a break and I'll look over at chat. Oh, see, I already had the file. Let me just try to go to... Jeez, I don't know what happened to Cato. All right, I'm going to try one more thing. I'm using the desktop, which does say experimental. So let me just download the CLI binary. And we'll give that a shot. Am I in luck? There you go. When at first you don't succeed, you just need to know multiple ways of doing this. So we will call this mkingdom, and we will create it. And I'm also going to just name this Cato since I opened it in the CLI, and I'll just pull that over there. We'll go over to intercept. Now, the only downside is now that I did it here, I'm going to... Okay, give me just a second. I think I'm going to log into Notion on Chrome now. Because I don't feel like proxying all my Notion and stuff through Cato when it's in Firefox. Or everybody said, what do you like about Cato? What I like about Cato, compared to Burp Suite Community Edition, is there's no rate limiting on the intruder aspect of it. With Community Edition, you're super rate limited on any intruder attacks. Now, I used to use Burp Pro because I have Burp Pro, and that's what I use in my day-to-day pen testing. But I recognize most people don't have Burp Pro, so I didn't want to like show how to solve rooms with a tool most people don't have access to. Whereas with Cato, even the free edition, you're not rate limited on anything. So that's why I like Cato, if that makes sense. I'm just about ready, and I'll share my screen in a moment. All right. We are good to go now. So I have my notes pulled up in Chrome, so it won't get confused when I try to proxy stuff. We'll go over to mkingdom here, and if we look over at dirsearch here, dirsearch found something called app. vhost hasn't found anything, so let's just go ahead and look at what's running on here. So we'll go to http mkingdom.thm on port 85, and it says, blah ha ha, pathetic, you'll never learn. Do want to just make sure Cato is running. Is it not intercepting for me? Shouldn't it be? Oh, there we go. Yeah, it is. So now it's going to app. I just want to make sure it was going through. We'll turn that off. And on the app page, we have a thing that says jump. Make yourself comfortable and enjoy my place. All right, while we jump in there, let me look at chat. Let me see what I'm missing. Let me scroll up over on YouTube. Got the attack box booted up. Rust scans so fast. What up, Steven Upshaw? Good to have you here. Which room are we doing? Yeah, we're doing mkingdom, the newest room from Try Hack Me. Looking over at Twitch, we got, of course, the amazing MVP Sky Panda just throwing out subs. Like a pen tester at a Las Vegas casino. Sky Cheshpan said, no, just fortunate enough to have some fun money to use how I fit. I wish I was making $1 million a year. Well, thank you, dude, for your fun money support. Really do appreciate it. Doc G Money said, do you do Cato during the day or stick to good old Burp? I use Burp during the day. Burp Pro just has too many features Cato doesn't quite have, especially on the extension side of it, that I use all the time for web app pen testing. GoPro Slow Yo's in the Zap gang. You know, I haven't really used OWASP Zap. Like, I think I used it in my very beginning days because of a Try Hack Me room, but haven't used it much outside of that. GoPro Slow Yo, what do you like about Zap? Curious, kind of like, why do you prefer Zap over other tools like Burp Suite? All right, so here we are on Toad's website. I haven't really been taking notes much at all, so we can do that. We'll say in our directory fuzzing, we found app, of course. We'll just copy that, honestly. I don't need the whole output. All right, we found app. And then over on app, once we got there, let me open up Flameshot. We have Toad's website. Come on, copy, copy. What the frick is going on? What? Guys, I can't escape. What? I apparently broke my VM or something. My VM's frozen. Freaking amazing. Guys, I even added more RAM. You joking me right now. Callie. You're about to get replaced by Parrot pretty soon because you keep crashing on me. I thought it was a RAM issue, but I'm at 32 gigs of RAM now on my computer. So it's not a RAM issue. It's Callie being a freaking trash issue. Give me just a second, guys. Stupid Callie. I'm just rebooting it real quick. Did you download more RAM? Yeah. I actually bought RAM, guys. I didn't download it. Because so before I only had, now it's not even powering up. Come on. Here we go. I only had 16 gigs of RAM. So like my computer here, I don't use a laptop. I have like a high-end gaming desktop, at least as far as the GPU goes, but only had 16 gigs of RAM because you don't need much more than that for your typical gaming. And I literally put the new RAM in moments ago before I jumped on stream and verified everything installed properly. So like, and I gave more RAM to my VM. My VM itself now has 16 gigs of RAM. So it's not a RAM issue. It's Kali being a piece of freaking crap for some reason. I'm blaming OffSec. They didn't like my diss song, so now they're destroying my VM. Which means now I get to reconnect to everything. How freaking beautiful. Shouldn't really take me too long, to be honest. OffSec, another rap for this Kali crash up. I should. All right, I'm just going to stop sharing for just a second while I authenticate to a few different things. Log back in to try to hack me. Go to M Kingdom, detect threats in the, oh, not that lab. Here, there we go. All right, we're back in business. Open up Firefox. All right, and we were just looking at apps, so let's just dive back into where we were at. Do I have my proxy on? I do, and looking at Cato, everything's good there. mkingdom.thm85 app. Jump. Okay. All right, now what broke it is I opened Flameshot. That was the last thing I did, and I don't know if there's just too much going on. There, it didn't break that time. Kingdom. I just want to drop a screenshot of the website in there. That's all I wanted to do. That's all I was trying to do. Okay, we are on this, my very expensive web app. We have Toad's website. And so this is the part I already did ahead of time. I was just poking at it today. I want to show you a few things that tripped me up a little bit, just to be fully honest with you guys. So when I was going through here, there's really only a few things that actually do anything. So the Contact Us Day page, and then the blog page down here. And we also see that little hint down there. Let me scroll down. It's built with Concrete 5 CMS. And so if you just go to like Concrete 5 CMS RCE, there is in RCE, but it's authenticated. Actually, this is even the right one. Concrete 5, I think it's 8.5.2 RCE. Might be this one. So, remote code execution, file manager, blah, 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 but you need to be an admin user, right? So, there's a few things about this room that just I personally don't like, to be upfront with you guys. When it comes to doing CTFs, there's different kinds of rooms. So, some rooms on certain platforms, especially Try Hack Me, a lot of the standalone rooms are what I would call very much your CTF puzzle style format, not realistic, not things that you'll see in the real world. Whereas other platforms like Hack the Box, for example, is a really good case of this. Hack the Box is all of their machines are quite difficult, but they're also very realistic. Like the attack paths you discover on Hack the Box are what you might actually see in the real world. And TryHackMe is kind of hit and miss, to be fully upfront with some of the standalone machines. But some people like that. Like, some people enjoy the CTF puzzles. John Hammond, for example, loves the CTF puzzle type stuff. I don't. I really dislike it. I really very much enjoy the more realistic boxes. This one, at least during initial access, was much more of your typical kind of CTF, not realistic. Just my opinion. If I offend anyone, I apologize, but just my opinion there. But I mean, this part isn't not realistic. This is something you might actually see, but you do need to be an admin user. But here's what really frustrated me about this. First, we have blog here as well, right? So if I click this, I'll show you the other rabbit hole I fell into. But there's this contact page. You could try to fill stuff out here. I don't know if it goes anywhere. It didn't work. There's this hello world page where you can actually leave comments and upload images. You can upload files here. I was able to do some minor file bypass, but that didn't really lead anywhere. But if you scroll down, we see Concrete 5 CMS. So when I was doing this myself, I quite immediately found that RCE, that authenticated RCE, and I went over to login, and I know from that blog title that one of the users is named admin. So what I did is I was going to do a brute force attack on the admin user and just use something like rocku.txt, and I figured that would be the way in, which kind of is the way in. The difficult part here is if you have like 3 or 4 invalid login requests, you actually get IP banned by this machine, right? So then that tells me if I'm trying to brute force the login and I get IP banned, then brute forcing the login is not the way into the machine, right? That's generally how you would think if you were the one making a CTF, but it actually is the way in here. Like, very CTF-y. The username is admin and the password is literally password. I kid you guys not. And I thought, okay, let me just give it some benefit of the doubt. Maybe that's like a default Concrete CMS default credentials, right? Maybe that's what that is. Default credentials, and it's not. There are no default credentials for Concrete CMS. When you set up Concrete CMS, you are asked to provide a password. So it is admin and then whatever the password is. This would be a lot better if, for example, you could get the password by using something like cool, CEWL, on the blog to get a list of possible passwords, and then you password spray that. But very frustrating that you literally have to guess the password for the login page, but you cannot automate it, you cannot script it, you can't do password spraying because you get IP banned, and every time you get IP banned, you have to reset the machine. So that's my little bit of feedback on this machine that really frustrated me in the beginning. If it's going to be brute forcing your way in, essentially that's what it is. Like, I just got lucky by guessing password, right? It really is password guessing that you have to do. If you're going to make it password guessing, don't freaking IP ban the user after like 3 or 4 invalid login attempts so they have to reboot the machine. That made me angry. GoPro Slow Yo said, is it possibly trying to teach you ways to get around rate limited IP blocking? No, because I don't believe you can. Like, the only way you could do it would be to do something like IP rotate. This is actually a tool developed by Rhino Security Labs where I work, but this would work in the real world. Anytime I'm on a pen test and I get IP blocked, I can use this to bypass an IP block. But of course, it doesn't work on TryHackMe because the only way to connect to these machines are on the VPN. But I guess one thing to showcase in the real world, if you are doing like a bug bounty and you get IP blocked, you can use this extension in Burp Suite called IP Rotate, and it takes your AWS account and spins up a bunch of API gateways, and it will use a bunch of different IP addresses to connect, and you can bypass that block. So I've done that multiple times in the real world, but of course it wouldn't work on a TryHackMe or Hack the Box machine because the block is connected to your private IP, right? From an internet AWS IP, you can't hit these private machines. Anyways, the user is admin and the password is password, and then you get access to this blog. And then, like, if you did any amount of Googling, you would have stumbled across this, at least I did right away. And this kind of walks you what you need to do. So step number 1, log in as admin user, any user which you have access to allow file types, which we do. Visit allow file types. This took me a second because it says see screenshot 1 and there is no freaking screenshot 1. But I found this, I believe, when I went over to system settings. And I think there was a spot for allow file types. I eventually found it. There we go, allowed file types. And we're just going to change it so PHP is an allowed file type. Once saved, now visit the file manager to upload the PHP shell, which is files right here. All right, and now we can upload a file, but first I need to get the file. Let me open up Hack Tools. Beautiful, beautiful Hack Tools. And I always like just doing it in full screen mode. So if we go over to our PHP reverse shell, I need to update my IP to 10.13.46.224. And then let's go ahead and view the source code for this script. Yep, all that looks good to me. That's your standard one. We will go ahead and copy that, jump over to our terminal. Home, Tyler, try hack me, make directory for mkingdom. Okay, and then we'll do nano shell.php. I didn't actually see the port though. What was the port? 1337, beautiful. We'll get our listener pulled up. We'll jump back over to our browser here. Go over to our file manager and we will upload a file. Click here to upload. Tyler, try hack me, mkingdom shell.php. I think it's done. Whoops. It's just close now, I guess. There we go. So we have our URL to our file. We should open that up and it should hopefully give us a shell. There we go. And we have a shell is www data. GoPro Slowyo said, ever use Pony Shell? You know, I've heard of it, but I never actually used it. I'll have to check that out. We'll do the reverse shell now, but I'll check that out in the future for sure. The other thing we need to do is stabilize our shell, so GoPro Slowyo, I think you actually contributed to this, dude. Where the frick? Here it is. I had never heard of this browser extension. I even made a standalone YouTube video about this. I was streaming a few nights ago and Get Glocked, I think was his Twitch name. He was like, dude, download this browser extension. I was like, what are you talking about? And when I pulled this up, I was like, bruh, what is this witchcraft? I was blown away. I don't know how I've never heard of this browser extension in the past 3 years of trying to learn hacking stuff. It seriously blew me away. But we can go ahead and stabilize our shell. I always forget the syntax for this, so I was so happy that it's just right here in our Hack Tools thing. Control Z. All right, now that we have a stable shell, one of the first things you want to do is, since we're logged in as www data, LinPeas would actually detect this as well, but when I was doing it myself, I found this right away because it's a common spot I checked, is checking config files in the web directory. So let's go ahead and do that. If we cd over to var and ls, go to www, HTML, what do we got here? App. Okay, let's try application. All right, in our application, you'll see this often on web servers. This part is not CTFE. This part really is realistic, that if you are able to get into an application, whether it's through RCE or LFI, and you can read some of the config, there's a good chance you might be able to find credential reuse going on here. So let's jump over to the config. And we have app.php and database.php, a common place that you'll find credentials. So let's go ahead and cat database.php. And then we have credentials for Toad. So let me just go ahead and copy this. I didn't even show my reverse shell there. So let's do the credentials were admin and password. And then reverse shell, we'll just drop it the link that we were using right here, so I have it in my notes. All right, and then Toad creds. copy that again. And we'll drop that in there. So we have credentials for Toad. Toad is the best. And there's no SSH or anything. Remember, 85 is the only port that is running. So let's just switch over to our user Toad. Now, if you did not stabilize your shell, this will not work. You won't be able to do the password. So that's why you need to stabilize your shell. And we'll type Toad is the best. And now this is where I got to. I did not get beyond this part when I was poking at it earlier today. But I'll tell you guys everything I did. So once I had this, I continued to look through config files. I didn't find anything. I went over to Toad right here. There's this smb.txt, which from what I can see is just junk, right? Save them all at Mario. I went through every single one of these folders. There's nothing in them. There's no user.txt. But if we go back over to home and LSLA, you can see we have another user named Mario, which is who we apparently need to elevate our privileges to. I also went to temp. I ran linpeas. I did some password searching with no luck. The one thing I didn't do though is check environment stuff. Oh, the other one more thing I did. I think I actually see some password information there, but before I get ahead of myself, one thing to always check is any type of command history. And when I did LSLA on Toad, I noticed bash history was dev/null, but I did see MySQL history. And I even enumerated this database, right? So we can actually connect to MySQL by toad-p, so it prompts our password. Toad is the best. And we can show databases, if I could type. And we have mkingdom, MySQL, etc. But this is just the mkingdom web app. There isn't any actual credentials in here. I even tried to, like, this worked kind of in my head, but it didn't work in practice. I tried to do user file. I'm trying to think what it's called. Basically, we can execute commands through SQL, thinking, hey, maybe SQL's running as root, even though it wasn't, and that didn't work either. Yeah, I checked SUID binaries. I did all of that stuff with no luck when I was doing this offline, but I think I actually saw something when I ran environment. We have this password token. Is that the password? And it is. All right. Well, whatever. I'll take it. Let me jump over to my notes. This is what I mean, guys. Like, very CTF-y. Very, very, very CTF-y. But we have our password token. And then we base64 decoded it right there. All right, and that is Mario and this password. Now I probably can get user.txt. There's user.txt, but I'm not going to show you guys the flag. I'm trying to get better at that. Oh, I get some spammers. Silliness. All right. Okay. Anyways, I'm not going to show you guys the user.txt. Oh my goodness, I can't even cat it. What? At least I wasn't planning on showing you User.text. Now I'm dealing with silly Twitch stuff. Silliness. All right, I'm not going to pay attention to Twitch chat because I'm focusing on this machine. So whoever the spammers are on Twitch, if you want to be annoying, go ahead and be annoying. I'm going to ignore you. What do we have here? So why the what? Why is user.text owned by root? All right. What do we have for sudo? Yeah, we have some stuff for sudo. Okay. So we can probably GTFO bins ourselves out of here. No? All right, sweet. 1 second. Guys, I totally don't know, like, I'm such a Twitch noob. All right, here, you guys are mods now. Let me, I think I gave you guys mod privileges. So yeah, if you want to deal with them, please do. Here, same with Sky Trash Panda. I trust you since you gave everybody subs. You're good. All right, you guys all have moderator powers over on the Twitchiverse. Guys, I'm seriously such a noob at Twitch. Like, I'm even a noob at YouTube as well, but even more of a noob at Twitch. So yeah, anyone who's a regular viewer to my Twitch channel, like, just DM me on Discord. I'll just make you a mod if you don't mind. Anytime you watch, just modding Twitch. I really do appreciate it. But okay. Now, back to this. Ignore, blah, blah, print only security contexts. What's the point of this? I can run ID as the root user. What the frick does that do for me? And what's this? Guys, I don't want to be too mean because I'm guessing the creator will watch this, but this is not my cup of tea. This is very, very CTF-y, very puzzly. Like, I love TryHackMe, right? I'm always promoting TryHackMe. I've partnered with them on a bunch of things, but my feedback for TryHackMe is TryHackMe needs to learn from HackTheBox when it comes to standalone machines. HackTheBox is very strict on standalone machines, that they only want standalone machines that are realistic, that are not CTF-y. So many machines on TryHackMe, even recent challenge machines, are very CTF-y. And maybe that's what TryHackMe wants to do. I don't know. But for me personally, you learn best from realistic type machines. I'm trying to just even figure out, like, is this just a rabbit hole? Why the frick is user.text owned by root as well? That makes zero sense to me. What the frick? All right. So silly. User.text should not be owned by root. I still can't get over that. Isn't that the... FedEx said, what's the Twitch channel? It's hack_smarter. Here, I'll drop it. Can I copy user.txt? I don't think so. Oh. There, you guys got to see user.txt. Yeah, I guess I could have copied it. I suppose that works. Very strange. Can I just copy root as well? You never know. We're just going to go CP from root.txt. You never know with this machine. Nope, okay, that's not going to work. You guys think Sue would exploit? How do I even get the pseudo version? There we go. I believe I tried that on this machine. I don't think it's this. You think CV 2019? Okay, let me copy this. I'll drop it in. That would be too old, I think. I don't... Will this work? 62 generic. Oh no, that won't work. That's too old as well. All right, we are doing... So they have to be these kernels, right? So that wouldn't work either. What up, Hoodie, over on YouTube? My kills gift and tears is gift and subs as well. The Hacking Lord said, "What is the box name?" It is M Kingdom, the newest machine on Try Hack Me. So I don't think this would work either. Screw it. Don't think our kernel is vulnerable to this, but yeah, okay. The frick? And you can't... What can this all do? Is there any way I can drop into a shell? Real. Mm-mm. There's not. Let's run Limpies now as the Mario user. Maybe there's something else here that I didn't find before. Yeah, I agree with you, GoPro Slow. Over on Twitch said it feels like a rabbit hole, but it's also such a weird binary to have pseudo-privs for. I agree. It is really weird. There's nothing in GTF. I mean, okay, let me keep it simple, stupid, right? The KISS principle. Let me just try to Google that. Like, user bin ID sudo privesc. That's cool. Yeah, I was definitely searching for a file, you freaking useless Firefox. No. No, that can't be. What a silly rabbit hole, though. Yeah, we could. I think that's a standard thing, though. Yeah, that's a standard thing. Come on, Limpies. It's highlighted. My Linux version is red. I didn't see anything right away, though. Yeah, no. I need a sneeze. Man. There's our password token. Bless you. Thank you, Doc G Money. Okay, so nothing super interesting. Oh, we got another subscriber over on Twitch, Austin147741. Thank you, my friend, for the subscription. Oh, thank you, Stephen Upshaw, for the God bless you as well for the sneeze. Let's scroll through here. Don't think any of those. Oh, look, we could pivot over to the AWS environment. I actually tried that before. I used my AWS hacking skills to see if I could try hack me's AWS environment, but unfortunately, there's no role attached to the EC2 security credentials, so you can't actually pivot into the AWS environment with this. Trust me, I tried. Do. I'll try that CV for unintended wake. Yeah, I'll try that. I don't even care if it's unintended at this point. I just want to be done with this machine, to be honest. Like, look at this. The frick can we run user bin ID as root? What a stupid thing to have pseudo privileges for. What? Have I seen the less privesk? Maybe it's that I faintly recognize what you're talking about. I'll have to Google that. FTP is not even enabled. Oh, yeah, here's the other thing, guys. I discovered this when I was the Toad user. Look at this. You think the machine was weird up to this? On bin/cat, there's a suid bit set, which usually means you can run it as root, but you can only run it as Toad. So if you try to abuse a suid bit that's set on bin/cat, it just runs it as Toad. Why the frick would the suid bit set be in such a way that the Toad user runs cat? I spent a little bit of time when I was initially poking at this, messing with that, and I was like, why is that configured like that? CTFs, dude. Freaking, that's why I don't like CTF type machines. Oh, GoPro slow. That's a very interesting concept, dude. I want to try that. I'll explain to you guys on YouTube and stuff what he just said. Let me just finish looking through this. Yeah, there's nothing there. So GoPro Slow Yo said when your terminal is really, really small, some commands output the output in less. So maybe you can make terminal window really small and do sudo ID, and then you can do bin bash for a shell. I mean, you know, keeping with how this room has been so far, that would not be surprising to me. Okay, we're going to make it really small. Am I actually typing? Let me make sure I'm typing. Okay. It didn't work. It was worth it. It was worth that. It was worth that thinking, GoPro Slow Yo. I like your thinking in that way. Dude, if that would have worked, I would have been so amazed. That would have been amazing. Typing it first, then shrink it won't do it, because when it runs a command, it needs to automatically do that for us. Let's try the hacking lore dropped in unintended way. Let's just try it. I don't care if it's unintended. If it works, it's intended for me. Oh, but see, our kernel, I kid you not, I think is too old for this. Like legit, I think our kernel's too old, but let's try it. Yep, they patched it. Just think for a second. If I was making a very CTF puzzly thing, you know, it would be crazy, guys. What if on this freaking blog, what if one of these images had steganography in it, and you had to use steganography to read the hidden password out of the freaking mushroom image or something to get the root password? Like, I could just see this machine doing something like that. You know what I mean? Honestly, wouldn't even surprise me at this point. Like, I don't even... What should I look at, guys? I'm not resorting to steganography. If that's the way in, I'm resigning from Try Hack Me. I'm only doing Hack the Box. Is there any, like... Jeez, I don't know. What is... Why do I get permission denied on that? Sorry, Hack Smarter, your flag is in another castle. You're probably right. What is compiz? I don't even know what that is. Oh, just standard Linux stuff. Guys, I don't freaking know what to look at. Anyone have any ideas? Etsy host is writable by Mario. Would that do anything for me, though? And is it? Oh, shoot, it is writable. Oh, we can replace ID? That would work. Nope, we don't. Oh, we might be able to put in one of the earlier paths. But that would that matter, though? Because when we run sudo, it's not saying like we can run ID as root. It's saying we can run user bin ID as root. So if you put it in another path, would it execute it in the earlier path first, do you think? You know what I mean? Yeah, there is a Toad user hack set. We started with Toad. We actually went from Toad to Mario. Toad can't do anything as sudo. I'm right. Okay, Neffel says I'm right. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't, even if we overrode it, because sudo is specifying it as a full path, it wouldn't matter. But Etsy, Ginny Dog over on YouTube said Etsy host is writable by Mario, which is true. I don't know. Can you abuse Etsy host for like... I can't think of how you could abuse Etsy host for privilege escalation unless like root was making a call out to something. Should we try process spy and see if we can see anything running? Let's try process spy. I might have it on my machine actually. Oh, I don't. All right. Oh, Steven suggested process spy? I didn't even see it, Steven. Oh, yeah, you did. All right, Steven, you beat me to it, dude. We can just use the 32-bit one. That should work on both. Okay, while that runs its thing, I wanted to read about Etsy hosts. I can't think of... How would you priv S with Etsy hosts? It would have to be combined with something else. That's us. Oh, I think I found it. So if we update Etsy host, so mkingdom.thm is pointing to our attack machine. And then we can host counter.sh, which would be a reverse shell. And then when the script hits counter.sh, which we can host as a reverse shell, it'll run it as root and it will give us the shell. That's interesting. Okay, hats off hats off. I bash the machine a little bit. This is like not realistic, but cool, if that makes sense. Not realistic, but cool. Very interesting. Very interesting. I'll say that. Let me just grab this output and around it a little bit for my notes before we get too excited. Hitting the okay. So I'm going to make a backup of it. So there's our host file. I'm just going to replace it. I'm going to take the host file, bring it over to my machine. It's hitting mkingdom.thm on port 85. 10.13.46.224. That shouldn't matter, but we'll set it back up so it's right. All right, and then in mkingdom, what I need to make is I need to match this, right? App castle application. Okay. And then we can go back to this. And it could be as simple as like a bash reverse shell like that. We could also just do like bash reverse shell. And I guess wouldn't even have to do a reverse shell. You could do a few different things. Like you could, oh yeah, I should have make directory P. I don't have to manually do it. One second. Looking at something on my other computer unrelated. All right. Oh, we'll just do the reverse shell. But yeah, there's a bunch of now, like it's going to execute whatever we put in there. So there's a bunch of things that we could do potentially. That's the IP I used, right? Or the port. Okay. Okay, it was app whatever, right? App castle application counter.sh. All right. So now I guess I could have just done it this way, huh? Okay, 10.13.46.224. All right. Now, we just watch. And we hope we get a request. When it runs that, I guess we could even watch it with PS Spy. PS Spy. Oh, look, it did it. It ran it. Oh. Why would it get a 404? What the frick? Where did I put that file at? What? What did I do with that? I could have swore I put the file there. Am I crazy? Alright, well. Okay, for those of you watching, didn't I do this? Am I crazy? Alright. I could have swore I made that counter.sh. We'll give it another chance. Now we look at the screen and we hope it happens. Where did I make the counter.sh at? Did I make it like back here? What the heck? Alright. Yeah, waiting game round 2. Okay. Root. And there's the root flag. Alright, gonna stop sharing my screen just while I grab it. Oh my goodness, guys, I got permission denied. What? I'm not joking. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Alright. I got it now. I have root.txt now. We're good. I just copied it to temp and that did it. That was some silliness. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I completed the room. Share it with my friends. Insane. So, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Trying to think, my overall feedback for the room. I didn't mind the directory fuzzing. That's legit, right? It revealed this other website. I did not like this. You know, now that I've compromised the website, I can actually show you guys what I was talking about. Let me log out real quick. On why I thought that was such a silly way to get in. Trying to simulate a brute force attack without actually doing it. Look at that. it bans your IP, and as far as I know, the only way to bypass that is to literally restart the machine. So if that's going to be your way in, why would you do that? That's why, like, I even stopped looking at that because I was like, well, if they're going to IP ban me after 5 invalid login attempts, there's no way guessing the password is going to be the way in. Password's banned. So I really dislike that part of it personally. Anyways, once we got in, we followed the steps right here to get our reverse shell. Toad creds, this wasn't bad at all. This was somewhat realistic where you find some credentials in a .php file. But yeah, that's somewhat realistic, so I didn't mind this part. The Mario password, a little bit strange, but it is true. Every once in a while, you can run an environment and you might see some passwords. I've never seen them in the real world myself personally, but I know it happens. But of course, it was base 64 encoded because, you know, why not? So you had a base 64 decode it to get the password. Then we switched over to Mario, and we had this this weird freaking rabbit hole right here. Not only that, but the thing I didn't take a screenshot of is you had the SUID bit set on the cat binary, but the SUID bit would run it as Toad. Like, the frick would you do that for? So a bunch of like weird CTF-y rabbit holes. The privs itself, I wasn't even mad about this. Like, if I would have listened to Steven Upshaw over on YouTube quicker, he mentioned checking process spy. It took me a while to get to that point. I wasn't mad about this. I don't think I would even, well, I maybe, who was it over on YouTube said Etsy host, I think it was Ginny Dog, said Etsy host is writable. I didn't even catch that right away, that Etsy host is writable. But when I saw this happening, I think I would have checked, oh, can I edit Etsy host? So if Ginny Dog wouldn't have saw that, I would have eventually saw it when I ran process spy. So this was unique. So I'll give the creator kudos for this. This was a unique privesc. I don't think a real world privesc, but still unique. Quite interesting. But that is the M Kingdom Room on Try Hack Me. This is the end of this video if you're watching the standalone video. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed some stuff. Hope you laugh with me. It's better to laugh than get frustrated. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. All right. Unique privesc, but yeah, unlikely. More than unlikely. It's just not going to happen. Like, you're not going to see that. But it was fun. Hey, thank you, Steven Upshaw, for dropping by. Man, we got... Oh, I didn't even pull up YouTube. At least the viewer count. Let me pull up YouTube real quick. I don't know how many people are on YouTube. And then I'm going to find someone to raid. I told you guys I wasn't going to stream all night. Like, for the 2 hours I usually do. Although it's an hour and a half, so I was already getting close. I've been streaming multiple days in a row, so. Oh, we got 30 people almost on YouTube. We have like 60 plus people watching. So thank you all for watching me stumble through these things. Really do appreciate you hanging out with me. This, yeah, malware. Stegno in the pic would have been good. That honestly would have been hilarious. I want to make a CTF sometime where like the root password is going to be stored in some random image in steganography just to screw with people. Let's see. Can we raid the Shy Hat? Yeah, we can. Let me throw my headphones on. Yeah, we can raid the Shy Hat. Let me just pull him up on my other monitor real quick so I can get it all ready. Make sure he's not like leaving anytime soon.
Netcat command.
Alright, I'll turn off desktop audio. Yeah, so if you guys want to come raid with us, jump over to Twitch and we'll do this raid. He only has 2 people on right now, so yeah, let's go let's fill up his chat. Let's show him our support. The raid term or phrase is hack smarter, not harder. Hack smarter, not harder. So let's raid hack smarter, not harder. Let me go ahead and set up this raid. The Shy Hat. All right, raid has been created. For those of you on Twitch, jump on the raid. Let's get ready to raid. Once again, hack smarter, not harder. For the rest of you watching on LinkedIn and YouTube, thank you for being here. I'm sure I'll stream again tomorrow night because I don't have a life. But let's do that raid. I'll see you guys over.